Is the in use? I hear somebody in the background. Is there somebody there like to check in? K4P, dude. Well, I don't hear them anymore. I would just check the APRS map, and it looked pretty good. So we may have some interference. We also have these may have some good conditions for the net tonight. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Welcome to our our 800th year. It started in 2014. Appreciate all your participation. And I think we've got a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of fellowship. Hold on one second. Straighten up the video there. Let's see, where were we? Oh, yeah. So, getting in the net. We have a good time as always, I hope. I don't know if there'll be a lot of people or not tonight. We shall see. Traffic, net may be broken at any time. Information on this net you can see on YouTube right now. You can watch you can watch the screen anyway and see analog meter that displays your signal strength. And you'll also be able to hear me speak, which that's not important because if you can hear me, you can hear me on it. But you can also listen to what the other person I'm talking to if you can't hear them directly. You can also go to our 146.415.net. Just 146, just like at the frequency, except without the decimal. That's for information and how simplex is done. You can also go to groups.io, GROUPS.India Oscar. Sign up for the email system, and you can see our net schedule there. Or you can send me an email. excuse me, at K4@ARRL.net. We meet every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. 5 where we are right now. We conduct the net here. But like I said, been doing it twice a week now it will be somewhere in the third week of September, I believe. Purpose of that is to have fun. We seem to be having quite a bit of fun over the years. The best part about ham radio isn't radio per se. It's about meeting other people on the radio, talking to other people on the radio, getting involved with educating yourself about radio. And I think Simplex is a good part of that whole operation. Purpose of the net is have fun. Figure out what you can hear and can't hear, and figure out how much money you have to spend to get from point A to point B. We use the net to announce amateur radio events and activities. With the first priority here is tomorrow night, 10, 28.415. 7:30 p.m. Be there. 7:30 p.m. 28.415 upper side band. That's for YRF. Let's see. As far as other events, got field days next month. Of course, you can look field day. Can't think of anything else. Anybody have any other suggestions for announcements? Well, very good. Like I said, this is net number 800. Nice even. You remember 700? That's 100 nets ago. About 50 weeks ago. Can you imagine? So that would have been what? We'll start with the people short on time. Please come first.
Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Foxtrot, mobile.
Hey, Kevin, what's up?
I had a private part of it. I'm planning on missing it tonight, but are leaving. Got off of 109 and 840, and was at a nice barbecue with some folks from the Boy Scout camp up at Gallatin. Private part of it. Thanks for having me, Paul.
Yeah, very good, Kevin. Good to have you in there. Yeah, I got you mobile. You got a good mobile.
Roger, yeah, I just got off the 8. I'm at 109, and I'm at the kind of near the rooms to go facility. So that's my location at the moment, but I'm moving. So just again, thanks for having me. This is K4 KCF. That's all I really had.
Kevin, he's mobile. Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Foxtrot, down south on 109 near down south on 109. Who else? Who else is short on time? Oh boy. Anybody copying that? Because I can't. Well, poop. Hold on one second. Let me turn it up just a tad here. Ah, very good. I got you in there, Wes. I had to turn up the volume where it was a little, but I got you in there. Are you over in Lebanon at the moment on HT or something? Very good. That was Wes, normally in Lebanon or Watertown. He's operating either mobile or in a very tough spot. I wasn't. KE4 TWI Wes. Who else is short on time? One more time, please.
KE4 November mobile. Danny.
Oh, Danny, very good. Okay, give me that. It's Kilo. It's Kilo Delta.
Kilo Jet 4 Alpha Echo Tango. Chris.
Ah, very good. I think it was a double, and that's why I got confused. Where are you? I forget.
Kind of that nefarious zone between Mount Juliet and Gladeville.
Oh, good, Kilo. All right, we got Chris. Everything doing all right over there in that Never Land?
Yeah. Everybody again at breakfast this morning. It was a good time. So the people who haven't done it yet should probably come out.
Oh yeah, no, it's always good to get together. He is 20 something. I forget what it was, and that's been a few years ago. And COVID put the kibosh on a lot of the big numbers, and I think it's having some. Oh, it's good to have you there. Your radio's doing real good. You're in the truck?
Negative on an HT.
Oh, well, you sound good, Chris. That was Kilo Delta 4 Alpha Echo Tango in over there near Gladeville / his name is Chris. Who else is? He was at the breakfast. Good to see you this morning. Who else is short on time?
W4 India.
I gotta say, remind me. I gotta remind myself. I gotta send you a video here about yard sales, since you love yard sales.
Yeah, well, Chris must be pretty close to me. I'm up here off Central Pike, and hope everybody's doing okay. So I don't guess I've got any more traffic, thanks.
All right, very good. You haven't checked in from Walmart with me recently.
Yeah. Well, depends on the car. I used to keep a radio mounted in there, but now we don't drive that much. So I made me to grab and put in the car.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm the same way. I used to keep an HF rig, the 857D in the car, all the screwdriver antenna, another antenna, all the time. But I'm never in the car anymore.
That's the way. We've used more gas last week, helping my wife's son move. We've been moving a few boxes for him, and he moved to Bethpage. That's a long drive.
Yeah, it is, especially with the price of gas the way it is.
Yeah, well, it's once in a blue moon, you have to do stuff like that. At least we can still get.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Well, very good, Eddie. Good to have you in there. That's Whiskey 4. It's Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. He's in Gladeville. Short on time.
Oscar November for Mike Papa Victor.
Hey, hold on. I heard Danny in there, I believe. Is that you, Danny?
Yes, I'm mobile too.
Ah, very good. Your signal's pretty good mobile today.
Well, I'm a little bit closer to you this time.
Yeah, I know you sound good. Everything going all right for you?
Oh yeah, just got through having grilled out at my son, so we're on the way home. So back to you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, grilling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I haven't done much of it recently. My wife's a vegetarian, so I get slapped around if I try to she's not that type of person. She'll cook anything for me, and I cook me. I don't care, and she doesn't care.
Oh, okay. Well, we tonight baked potatoes and
Oh man, I love it. You put it. Do you grip in the leaves?
Well, he had it in aluminum foil.
Oh yeah, no, that's good stuff.
It was good.
Yeah, very good. That was Danny. Mobile, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November Mobile. Zoom, you're in Andersonville area somewhere.
Yeah, I'm in Gallatin.
Okay, in Gallatin. Very good. Terry, I heard you.
Yeah, Paul. Glad I got in here. I'm gonna try to also catch your sign in about an hour or whenever you get started on it there. And congratulations on your 800th net. A lot of work involved in that many nets in that long a time. And sorry I had checked into a bunch of the last ones going on. And but hey, I hope you have a great one tonight and break a record. So we'll try to hit you on the sideband after a while. Good afternoon to everybody. 73.
Yeah, very good, Terry. And it's your call is Kilo Mike 4, isn't it? Mike Papa Foxtrot.
No, it's Kilo November 4, Mike Papa. It's KN4 MPV, Mike Papa Victor.
Oh, there you go. See what happens when you don't check in for a while? My brain starts to erase letters.
Oh, I know how it is. Mine does that, and whether.
Very good. Yeah, of all the things I've lost, it's my mind I miss the most. Very.
Oh, I copy that. That's what they say. But anyway, you carry on, and I hope you have a great record-breaking net there, Paul. And I'll try to get you on the side, man, and send me for a safe Memorial Day weekend. And a salute goes out to all the past, present, and vets that they're coming in. So 73, KN4PV.
Yeah, very good. Good signal. It was almost S9 tonight. November 4, Mike Papa Victor in Murfreesboro. Who else is short on time? Do we have any? All righty. Let's move right on then to we start from the north tonight. And again, starting from the north, please come now. Hello. Let's see. That is Brian, right? No. I forgot who this is. Who is this? For Whiskey Echo. Go ahead.
This is Keith up in Gallatin.
Oh, Keith. I'm sorry, Keith. I just talked to you earlier today. You think I'd remember?
That's the first thing, second thing to go.
Oh, I know. You know, they say that my memory's going bad and my memory's going bad.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, your antenna's working great.
Yeah, I cut it down to 50% power. I was hoping I'd still come through pretty.
Mine at 50%.
Good deal.
So what is can you is it easy to bump it up to full power?
This is full power.
Yeah, it's bumping up between 10 over and 20 over here.
Good deal.
Well, you'll be able to tell tonight if you can hear more stations, right? I mean, is what you're hoping to do?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to improve my. I've been hitting the repeaters with handy talkies, but Simplex is sort of what I need to do.
Well, even with the improved, it makes it so much easier to hit farther remote, both simplex stations as well as farther can be fun too.
No doubt. I mean, it's sort of the ham radio thing. Let's do this, see how it works, improve it if I need to.
But you know, it's funny. It always needs improvement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very good. That was Keith. He is in. Now I just forgot again. Keith in. Let's see. That's Hendersonville, right?
No, Gallatin.
I get those two confused. I don't know why. Keith in Gallatin. Kilo Echo 4 Whiskey Echo, and just put up a new improved Diamond X300. Great, and I hope it works out well for you. Who else is or north?
This is Kilo Omega. Oh shoot, I forgot. KO4 SG.
This it's Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Tango Kilo, correct?
For Sierra Golf Kilo.
Ah, golf. I'm sorry about that. And what's your first name again, so everybody can hear it?
My name.
Yeah, very good, Patrick. Well, welcome to our 800th net.
Thank you. You've been doing this since 2014.
About September of 2014. September something. I don't remember the date, but yes, there were two nets a week for the last almost 8. It'll be 8 years this.
Wow. You've been doing this for a while.
Oh, it is, and it's well, we do them one at a time, so they just add up over time. Assistant at it, and when I'm not here, Michael, who is in Bellshire, who picks up the slack for me. Been a few occasions, and but time to do it.
That's nice. How often do you miss it? Because I want to.
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I would say less than 10 times, I think, in the last 800.
That's a good record. So not that often. What have you been doing today?
What have I been doing? Well, I've been breakfast we had here in town, in Hermitage, for the Simplex. Whoever wanted to show up over there, we had a nice breakfast over at Golden Corral. A nap and did some things around the house, and other than that, not too much. How about yourself?
I've been. It's summer break for me, and it's early in the summer, so I just had a piano lesson and basically did nothing else.
Lessons.
Yeah, I've been taking it for like 5 years.
Oh, so you're pretty good, eh?
Yep, but I can't play.
No, that's correct. Well, you can. You have to turn the volume down.
That's like saying you're not doing.
No, that's very true. You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't. But it's nice. Have you done anything on YouTube on the piano?
No, I don't. Sometimes, like my teacher records me during recitals, so there's what I don't do anything.
I took piano lessons as a young man myself.
That's nice. How long did you play?
About 6. When I joined the Navy, there weren't any pianos on the ship, so that was the end of my piano playing. I never picked it up again.
Did you ever play any other instruments?
Played the clarinet very badly when I was in junior high school.
Well, nice talking to you.
Very good. He's in Cotton Town. He's in 7th grade. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Golf Kilo, and just about 7 or 8 months now, I think. All righty, and working on his general. I hope you'll be taking. When are you taking that exam?
Probably in the next few months, I guess, because I do Zoom with my grandpa once or twice a week.
Oh, very good. If you have any problems or questions, you can always, if you connect with us on that groups.io site, the groups.io, questions or concerns, but I think your grandfather will probably be able to answer all your questions.
Yeah, he's an extra class, so he's been really good at answering.
Very good. Glad to hear it. Again, Patrick in Cotton Town, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Golf Kilo. Who else is north?
0 November Oscar.
Hello, Extra Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Hello, Paul. Congratulations on 800. That's a bunch.
Oh, it is. It's phenomenal, really. But I don't think, as I thought it was fun, and I don't think anybody would check in unless they had some fun doing it.
Well, I'm a masochist.
I'm willing to bet you do it just to annoy the XYL. You have to listen to me.
Yeah. So I sent her off tonight, though. She's down in another room, so she isn't listening to us.
Secret HT, just so she can find out what we're talking about.
I bet not. Have a good night. I'll sit back and listen. Good to hear you. WB0 and OO.
Yeah, very good. Mark's in She's with another XYL who found me annoying, which I find kind of funny. Most of the time, I think I find it annoying because I tend to be on the radio more than the average bear. That's Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, and they don't like my opinions. And that's Mark. Who else is North? All right.
KM4 YRF, Mike in Belshire.
Mike, you think I was wrong? It was 10 times or less that I skipped in that?
Oh, I think that was real conservative. Because I can't remember 10 times.
Well, I remember one time I missed. I forgot to tell everybody, and you showed up my.
And she should have seen me banging on the door.
Yeah, I really feel listening. I'd gone to an event at Ryman Theater, and I forgot all about the net. Forgot to tell me about the net. I didn't bring my phone with me, so oh well, they'll get over it. Well, Mike thought because I wasn't doing, because I was so regular doing the net, he thought I had a heart attack and was laying on the floor, and the dogs were eating my feet.
Well, I tell you what, it was a frantic drive over to your house. I'll say that. And we had only 3 on tonight on People FM.
Well, it's doing better than we did on DMR. We only did 3.
Well, we only did 3 last week, so we had 1.
Yeah, so well, 3. You had a 33% increase.
That's exactly right. Guess what else I had?
I don't know, monkey, that monkey blister thing, monkeypox.
No, I'm trying to stay away from that. Well, this morning I had a flat tire.
Oh man, I should have come in and we could have helped you. Of course, there's not much to help with.
Well, there's a guy that pulled around there and had a little portable air compressor. We blew it up, and I went right across the street to Tire Discount. Said, well, we can help you out tomorrow. And I said, well, it's out there now, and it's already flat. And I just came from across the street. He said, man, we're just booked up. Can't help. They aired it up for me. I went over to down there to the corner of Old Hickory and Galveston Road. Firestone. Well, they were booked up. Couldn't help me either, but they did give me some air. I got to this little Mexican place down the street there on 5 minutes.
Man, booked solid. What's the deal with that, man? That they'd be booked crazy, didn't it?
Well, everybody's short-staffed, and the guy at Firestone said, "Man, I'm short-staffed." He said, "I'm booked up," and, but the guy could take long enough to air up the tire for me. Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
And it's very unusual that I work on Saturday, but the 3 out of the 4 deliveries I made with parts, 2 of them was to one Firestone, and the third one was to another Firestone. And today, people go in there. I mean, the parking lots and the bays were full in both stores, so booked up solid till probably late this afternoon. But yeah, I can believe. Well, it wasn't so much that they were booked up, except I was stranded. I was in their parking lot, and it only took the other guy to fix it. Well, you know how people can be. They think they've got this certain way of doing things, and they've got their mindset. They can't think outside the box. Yeah, I know. Well, this gripe session is over, Paul, and I want to say congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment, and that means there's a whole lot of people like listening to you chatter on the radio. Back to that.
Yeah, very good. As you know, I often ramble and I allow other people to ramble, so I hope it makes it interesting. Especially that darn what do you call it? Aries net down there out of Franklin, down in Williamson County. Man, they are net.
Yes, it is.
No, it's good. Don't mistake me. It's not my kind of net. I got out of the military 50 years ago in August. I don't want to deal that way anymore.
I hear you, Paul. It's you make the net fun, and we're all about that.
Yeah, very good. And we don't have any rules to speak of. Anyway, that was Mike. He's in Belshire. He does .415 net on. He also helps out. By the way, I got the 6-meter antenna up, so you'll be happy to see how I do with my. And Mike does the 10-meter net on Sunday nights as well. And, let's see. You're going to.
Yes, I haven't got the power back up yet, but I'm going to shortly.
All righty. Then don't call me shortly. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is West?
4 Victor Golf Zulu.
Hold on 1 second. I had Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf Jeff. How's it going, Jeff?
Okay, good evening, Paul. All right, I guess. I went to write myself reminders about that C4 FM that I forgot it again. And the HF rig is their facility, so hopefully they'll get that repaired for me. Be a short turnaround on it, and I can get it back here.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, it's when your favorite radio is gone, it's like missing an old friend.
Yeah, only one, but yeah, I'm sure they'll get it squared away and get it back to me.
Did you say?
They'll get it squared away and get it shipped back to me.
No, I mean, who did you ship it to? I forget.
Let me look at the where I wrote it down here. Technical stuff. They are in Tampa.
Oh, that's right. That's the one. That's great. Did they suggest what the turnaround time might be?
Correctly said it's usually about 30 days. 30 days or less, depends.
I got it. Well, very good. Let's hope it works out. Mine has been in the shop since the end of April, near the end of April, so I suspect it'll be back here. Well, I thought it'd be back this week, but no such luck. Jeff?
Oh, that's about all I have, so I'll let you carry on. WY4G.
Very Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Jim, you still out there? You missed the DMR net today.
Yeah, Roger Paul. Good evening, all. First of all, congratulations on number 800. Wow, it's a great accomplishment. Had a little minor eye surgery Friday morning. Kind of still recuperating from that, so I did miss the nets earlier. This night. Had a great time at Dayton. Kathy and I went up to Dayton, and it rained Saturday afternoon, but other than that, it was pretty decent weather. Did a COVID-19. We got shot twice, boosted twice, so we felt pretty comfortable going to Dayton and tested negative when we got home on Thursday. Again, congrats, and Kathy standing by for make a comment to that home.
Very good. Good to have you in there.
This is Whiskey 4 Charlie Mike Golf, and thank you so much. Congratulations on your 800, and I'm doing just fine.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've never been to that Dayton. I've been to the one in Florida, and I've been, of course, in a couple of the other regional ones, but never the mother of all Hamfest. I'm sure that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and I met a lot of people that I normally had not before. I did a lot of operating CW with them, never met them in person, or I might have met them in Zoom. So it was almost like old signs that I recognized. Had a real blast, bought a new key and a Vibroplex single paddle lever shot as well.
Oh, you hadn't used the single paddle before?
Yeah, I had Venture. I've also got a straight version bar straight key that I really liked. I wanted something that would give me the functionality of the Venture without the hiccups of the Venture. Looks like it's going to be a lot better.
Cool. Hope it works out well for you. Well, very good. Do me a favor. I miswrote Jim's call. It's Whiskey Alpha 4. What is it?
Okay, one more last time. With Victor Golf Zulu. It's a booger on voice, Paul.
Oh yeah, no, it's just I'll just say that it's hard to remember everybody's call exactly. I usually get some of them eventually, and they get permanently embedded in my brain, or semi-permanent. Let me put it that way. Jim and Kathy, his XYL, his better half there. That's Whiskey Alpha 4, Victor Golf Zulu, and Whiskey 4 Golf, and that's Kathy. And they're in Donaldson. Who else is West?
Kilo Golf, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, Jack. When I brought that stuff home, and the turnip greens, my wife said, "What are you gonna do with those?" I said, "Well," she goes, "Well, maybe I'll take it." She said, "No, I don't want them." I said, "Okay, fine." And I go, I said, "We can always feed him the rabbit." She looked around. She goes, "Hey, turnip greens are supposed to be really good for you." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Let's keep them."
They also make good compost.
Yeah, well, most everything makes good compost. Well, you must have had a heck of a crop.
Oh yeah, and I got to dig them up and make room for tomatoes. Next time your wife cracks the batch you eat on the grill, toss a couple of those big old portobello mushrooms on there for.
That's one of my favorites right there. No, she's really great because she's a vegetarian because ago she lived across the street from a dairy farm, and she'd see these cows up at the fence line, and they're right across the street from her. It seems so. How could I eat something so nice? She's a real animal lover, and I go, it's real easy. They're dead.
And they're delicious.
And then she said, "Well, you don't have to eat meat." I go, "Do you think I got to 6'3", weigh 250 pounds by not eating meat?"
Congratulations on 800, Ness. That's a real achievement, Paul, and I'm glad for you.
Okay, well, I couldn't have a one-man net. That's not really a net. That's a radio test. It's all the other people that make it something. Well, very good. That was or flowers, as they often say. That's Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else is West? Hold on. I know I heard playing in at breakfast. I couldn't hear you, but I can hear you tonight. Little low, but I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Still a little weak, but I can hear you. Well, you have here, but your audio is still low.
Better?
Yes, same signal strength, but your audio went up about 50% easily.
Yeah, I just cranked up the mic gain. Anyway, want to check in. Say congratulations on 800. Didn't even think about it when I saw your breakfast. It's pretty big because I remember sitting over at Ryan's having breakfast and we were talking about you wanted to maybe start doing a Simplex Net. Maybe it was a good idea. So I guess after 800, it seems like it was a good idea. So that's pretty cool. Back, but it's still going. Maybe count me in. I got the radio installed in the car today. Some of the wiring and stuff needs to be cleaned up. Functional, at least on two bands. No HF yet, but there's some off of VHF and UHF.
Good. Yeah, that's what's interesting about ham radio is it always seems to be a work in progress. It's not at the house, it's on the roof. It's not in the car, it's with an HT and a go kit. It's a never ending battle.
Well, I ran out of daylight 5 minutes before the net started.
Very good. Well, very good. Good to see you this morning at breakfast, Chris. Good talking to you. And
Mike was talking about the fireplace over on that's the one in San Marino, that little taco truck over there in the parking lot. Probably one of the best ones around. But other than that, nothing else. And turn back.
Very good. That's Chris, and he's in Hermitage, Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu. Chris in the Hermitage. Who else is West?
KC4 TNQ Charles, West Nashville.
Hey, Charles.
over.
Yeah, I know. It was the rain and then the sun. And I go, I'm going to have to mow the lawn tomorrow.
Yeah, I was thinking that Thursday while it was.
Yeah, well, it didn't work. I had mowed it just like the day before that or whatever, so to mow it yesterday would have been a bad idea.
Well, it always seems like it don't need cutting until it rains, and then it really needs cutting.
I know it. Well, I know it needs cutting when I can't see the dogs.
Well,
No, I just no, it's really funny how the lawn always looks fantastic. I mow it and the next day, and then after that it starts to look raggedy again.
yeah, there used to be a guy on Channel 8. He always said, "Oh, so it looked good for the weekend."
Yeah, I suppose. But what's interesting is that I noticed it, and I lived in Florida, lawns grow like crazy, but I've never. And this is the only place I've lived between New York, Tennessee, and Florida, where people take a lot more pride in maintaining their properties.
Yeah, well, me and my neighbors has got this thing, I guess. Well, one of us start cutting grass, we all start cutting grass there over.
What you need to do is sit out in the yard in a lounge chair drinking a cold drink. See what they do.
Yeah, well, there's not that many around our house, around our neighborhood, so we're all backyard people.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's one of the. Well, it wasn't uncommon to have everybody sitting on the front porch. Well, that doesn't happen there anymore either.
Oh yeah, back when I was raised, it wasn't nothing to just have your doors wide open all day long. Didn't have to worry about anybody coming in.
Don't really work.
They were a lot less problems in the world than they are today. But a little radio this week. I got DMR Talk Group 3100 in one ear, and I listen to you on the other.
Very good. That's Charles in Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. You're gonna have to come over to the breakfast so I can meet you.
Well, it was a pretty tough week, and I slept in this morning, so I didn't even start on the yard until like 1 o'clock. So
very good. Well, good to have you in there. That's Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Charles in Nashville. Who else is west?
Charlie Victor Echo.
What a great signal there, Greg. You're doing good.
It's my melodious voice.
Well, you've got a nice bass to that voice, and that adds to the sound. Sounds better that way.
And I may have mentioned this. Within the past year, my voice got bassier by a full whole note, a full tone, and I don't know why.
As you're getting old.
Does that happen?
I think so. I'm not sure of that, but I think so. It makes sense to. Maybe you also slow down talking, so it's easier to talk lower.
It could be. I just hope it's not a sign of something bad.
No, I think I was telling Patrick the other day that when I was his age, I still hadn't changed yet. At some point, I don't remember what age it was, and I pick up the phone, and it only happened once that I recall. And I answered the phone, and I said, "Who it is?" And they said, and she called me ma'am, and I thought I was insulted because my voice hadn't gotten lower yet. Anyway, well, good. Anything for the net?
I'm going to mow Monday. I got delayed, so I'm going to do it Monday. But I'll set you all on the next one there. KD4CV.
Yeah, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. And yes, it's a melodious, nice low tone, not low tone, a low, low, what do you call that? It's a lower register sounds. Good. Who else is West?
I just want to thank Greg for all his little reminders and tips every net night. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, Capcom style checklist call out before all nets now. All right, good.
All righty. That can be boring, that Capcom stuff. Who else is west? Please come down. Or the south.
K4 ID.
Hey, you need help today?
No. Oh, regarding that. No, I worked on it myself today.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure because I told you I'd come over if you want me to.
I appreciate it. There'll be a point in the near future.
Sounds good. Everything going good?
Yeah, just kind of lethargic. We'll talk about that a little bit. Doing all right. Still getting paid, still showing up at work.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny how today it was one of those. Man, by the time 6 o'clock rolled around, whatever, 5 o'clock, I said, man, I don't want to do anything. So I forced myself to go get on the get rowing machine, and I felt much better once I got moving again.
Well, I can force myself for a while, but once I'm
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not saying that that's the answer to your issues. It's just that I think I told you. It took me after my injury I had. It took me a year to get back to normal.
yeah, they told me over the chemotherapy. So that clock started in February. So February, March, April, May. So
Yeah, I don't think I'd be too surprised by that. I'm willing to bet that you're doing. The doctors figure you're doing pretty good.
yeah, I'd say so. Just tired of being tired.
Yeah, lethargy is an awful thing. I know for other reasons, but yeah, very good. Anything else from that, Robin? I'm glad you're in.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. No, not at this time. Carry on. Thanks for doing the net and happy 800, if I understand correctly. K4 ID.
And they said it wouldn't last. In fact, you were the guy who said something about, what did you tell me? You held off from checking in because you didn't know how long.
I might have said something like that. That wouldn't be totally surprising. I hope I didn't.
No, I threw in the Yankee part because it sounded like it fit.
That's funny. Oh, by the way, your earlier comment about being mistaken for a woman, boy, do I have a story for you.
Okay, very good, very good. Get together. Anyway, no, it's yeah, it's funny how eight, almost as long as my first marriage.
Ouch.
It might even be longer. Let's see, 2014. What is that? 7? Yeah, I'm right. See, I'll have to check that out. I don't remember how long my first marriage lasted. I tried, but yeah, I think it did last longer than my first marriage. Now I have to look that up. Anyway, it's Robin. He is in Hermitage, and that's the Hermitage that is south of Mount Juliet of Percy Priest Lake. And it's good to have you in there, Robin. Robin normally goes to bed early. That's why I'm happy he's there tonight. I'm glad you're doing well. Hey, Bill, you sound good tonight. How are you doing?
Yes, terrific. And I hope everybody else up here have a very enjoyable weekend.
Yeah, very good to you. I'm glad you could check in there, Mike. I mean, Bill, that was Kilo Mike for you. November. People tend to forget. We take that Memorial Day for granted, but we do memorialize all those who gave their lives for the thing I've always appreciated from those that gave everything they had for what we've got. Anyway, that was Bill for November Yankee. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Oh, good to have you in there. Do you have many on the D-Star net?
Just jacking myself tonight.
Okay. I'm pickings on the D-Star DMR and the DMR D-Star infusion. I'm thinking that 50-watt rigs.
I'm thinking a whole lot of people just don't use it.
Well, that's well, you see, still on 5 watts on DMR, right?
Yeah, on DMR only though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you have a good signal too. So it's not like it isn't doable if you have a decent antenna.
Yeah, that's right, man. All right, we'll say, and let you get on with it. KU4SYB.
Very good. That was Larry in Rockvale, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is?
KU4TYJ.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Oh, good to hear everybody. The 800 net tonight. And Larry, I was a little bit late trying to get to the D-Star net, but sorry I missed it. And active the last couple weeks, but we're trying to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, you got a XYL and that crazy dog.
Yeah, I do have that. And then I had motorcycle friends over at Verna, and then rode back here to the house, and I grilled some ribs for them, and we had a lovely time sitting around and what have you, and eating ribs on the back deck here. It was a nice afternoon.
Pork ribs or beef ribs?
Pork.
All righty. One of my favorites.
Oh yeah, apparently they were a big hit. They came out excellent. And he felt like he invited himself over. I said, no. If I didn't want you here, you wouldn't be here.
That's right. How many people were over?
Just two.
That's good though. I don't think people get together enough, in this day and age. You know that?
Well, one of them on DDT because he's killed so many bugs in his motorcycle career. He's got over 715,000 miles on a Honda Valkyrie tour. So the man lives on the road. He has no home. So anytime he can hang out, it's a good day.
I'm sure he's got some fantastic stories. I mean, I'm sure he could write several books.
Yeah, I think some people are trying to talk him into writing a book. Going to. He's planning on another trip up to Alaska this summer, so I can't wait to hear enough about me and everything. I'll let you get back to the net. Doing a great job. Good to hear that we've lasted this long. So 70 TYJ.
Yeah, very good, Jim. Appreciate the comments. That was Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in Woodbury. I think the one thing that Simplex Net tends to do is it pulls people out of the woodwork. Over the years, I don't know how many we've taken. I should have kept a total tally of how many through my many notebooks, but I'm venturing to say we've had somewhere in the vicinity to different hams. I bet you we've had somewhere between 200 and 500 different hams check in here in Middle Tennessee, and I think that's quite even if they're not listening and participating, some of them listen, and sometimes they just check in. I'm sure there's people who have never checked in, or not to mention the scanner listeners. Anyway, that was Jim in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is Sal?
W04Y.
Hey, what are you doing? Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee.
Hey, Paul, I wanted to make sure I checked in this special evening and give a Bravo Zulu on number 8.
Yeah, I was that same thing is I think it's lasted longer than my first marriage, and I've been doing than I was in the Navy, which was a mere 4 years, but it's just amazing how time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, job. I definitely wanted to come in here and give you a number. I hope you get a super high number tonight.
Oh yeah, no, isn't. I've said it before. It is the number of check-ins is it's not really important. It's just good, and what who check in and they're enjoying what they're doing. I'd hate to think that somebody. I actually don't even like when somebody says I call in just to give you a number, and it's not. Yeah, tell me a joke or tell me to go jump off a cliff or anything other than just giving me a number.
Well, I didn't mean to make it like that, but I wish I had a joke to tell you. I think I told you one before, but
I didn't. No, I'm not. I'm not insulted by anything. No, I'm glad that people check in. I'm glad they enjoy it. And sometimes there's not, they don't, they're in a hurry or they just don't have time. That's fine too. I'm just saying that um, that's why the net. I've always liked it to be. People feel free to share something if they want to.
Oh yeah, Roger. Hear a lot of interesting out here sometimes.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're gonna have to make it up to one of the breakfasts so I can meet you eyeball to eyeball there, Mike.
Yeah, to get a ride with somebody. I don't, with my vision these days, I don't like driving too far from home these days.
Hey, by the way, one of the guys I talked to a guy up in Cortland, New York, on the radio. I think it was yesterday. Navy veteran, and he served on the Joseph P. Kennedy up in out of Newport, Rhode Island, just 3 years before I was up there, and out of the same.
He was on the same ship, you said?
No, he was on one of the ship. It was a destroyer. It was the same class as ours, and it was out of Newport. It was called the Joseph P. Kennedy.
Okay, I got you. Our USS Luce DDG 38 reunion was last week, but
Oh, that's too bad. Do they have one every year?
yeah, they tried to. They almost didn't make it this year. So many people registered for different events, and they barely skimmed by there.
When was the loose?
I do not know that for sure, but I think it was decommissioned in '91.
Okay. You guys, what kind of? I forget which kind of missiles you guys had. You had the Tartar missiles.
We had the Terriers, Tartar, and the Azrock.
Oh yeah. I couldn't remember. I remember generally speaking, they had because all we had was the ASROC for the torpedoes and the depth charges, and then the rest of it was just the old guns from World War II.
I can't remember what class we were exactly. I almost want to say Spruance, but I don't think.
I'll have to look that up, but no, it is. That was a decent class, though. I know which one you're talking about. Those DDGs. Anyway, it's funny how all of those ships. Of course, my ship was built in 1945, and it was commissioned in March of '45. It made it to the end. It lasted until 1979 when they sold it to the Greeks.
I don't know why they sink. Just make reefs out of them and not sell them. To somebody.
It's I'm not sure what the reason is. Some of them they put in mothball, as you know, and some of them and sell them for scrap. It's really, or they sink them, they make targets out of them. So I don't know. I don't understand the logic really. I don't know. Maybe they're not saleable to their navies. I don't really know because we used to when we, the world after World War II, we were still having operations with the navies. 1960, 70. We did a tour in South America, and we operated with navies in Colombia and Brazil and Peru, Argentina, and Ecuador, and Chile. And they had a lot of our old we gave to them.
Yeah, Roger. I never made it further south in the Navy other than talking about targets. Now we did shoot up a ship in the Mediterranean. I can't remember whose it was, but they set zebra on that thing, and we circled around. I mean, it was us and several other ships, but we pounded that thing just before it sunk.
It was all with the guns.
Yeah, it was all 5-inch guns. Like I said, they set zebra on that thing, and that's how long it took to sink it.
Wow. 57.
Lucy?
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say Korea era, but
Well, I'm wrong. It's 1961. The keel was laid down in 57, so it was commissioned in 61, and it was initially It had three classifications. I don't want to bore everybody on the net, but originally it was a DDG. It was commissioned. It was changed in '56, and then a DDG in 1975.
Yeah, it was DLG7. I remember reunion notification.
Yeah, if anybody's interested, that you can look it up on the web. Just look under DDG dash this loose LUCE. For those of you who are interested in Navy stuff, but that just might not be a lot of people. Is that right, Mike?
Well, what that it was.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Oh man, we were both wrong. The Kuntz class, COONTZ.
Now it comes back to me. I think Spruance is actually an FFG.
You may be right. I have to look myself. The class I was on, which was the Gearing class, and it was superseded. It was preceded by the Sumner class, and then technically the ship we were on was a Sumner Gearing because Sumner was they didn't like the results in the World War II, the first part of World War II, and they cut it in half and added 25 feet, so it would have a much bigger fuel tank, so they could go even farther.
Yeah, probably more magazine space too. Okay, Paul, I won't hold you up any long enough, and like I said again, Bravo Zulu on number 800 there, Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee.
And Mike is in Laverne. They got this Laverne Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. And good to have you in there, Mike. Appreciate the comment. South.
Kill 4 DQH.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
I'm doing really good. I can't believe how good I feel at 70, almost 73 years old. I never thought I'd live this long.
I guess every year we get a little older, we go around the sun one more time. I guess it's a good thing. On your 800 Simplex, that's pretty big.
I think it is. Again, one at a time, it doesn't seem like much. And 800 seems like a big number, as I looked at it today. I said, on this long because, when I started it, the first time, I'm sure I've told this story a number of times, but, the first net I did after I sent out, I don't know, some local hams that I stole off of QRZ, and I didn't get anybody. And I said, that net didn't go so good. Nobody answered me. Did. One or two people jumped in, and then it built up slowly to, we were averaging, probably after the first year, we might have averaged. So, but it's all good. It's nothing bad about it. It's just, it's how radio is like that. It's things come and go. People come, sticks around.
Yep. And now you got 20, 30 plus check-ins every 12.
Oh, it is, and it's awesome. Again, I hate to be, keep repeating myself, but I will anyway. It's awesome because it fun and work their radios, and just knowing who they can hear, who they can't hear is important. I'm sure there's people on the who use it and they don't check in. It's not necessary that people check in. It's a use. I presume people in lots of ways, aside from being fun and getting on the air and having a place to work simplex to see if your antenna is worth a darn. And J-poles, but it's true. People don't live very long with a J-pole if they're trying to work simplex.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Me personally, I get enjoyment talking on simplex and seeing how my radio and antenna reach, and then just trying to improve on that. I think that's to me that's better than heaters. Sorry, I missed the D-Star net, and I got off of work at 7 p.m. Really jumped on that, and I haven't got a connector yet for my Anytone to do DMR side, and I'll be moving out of Tennessee July the 7th or 8th, so that's going to be a bummer because I miss your nets there. I'm going to miss your nets, Paul.
Well, Drew, you're just gonna have to start a Simplex Net where you move to.
Yeah, between one, either have to find another Simplex Net, or like you said, start one up and go from there.
Yeah, well, they said I was crazy, but no, and I've met a lot of people, and you know, I can't say I met anybody I didn't like on Simplex and ham radio and the breakfast and the silly things we do and the people I meet them when they're at Ham Fest or whatever. It's all good. Anyway, anything else for the net, Drew? It's good to have you on.
Well, that's it. Hopefully, one of these days, I'll before I move, I'll make it to your breakfast, and I think that really puts a person to the voice, and I am makes it personal. Anyways, congratulations, and I'll let you continue on with the net. This is KO4.
Yeah, very good. That was Drew. He's in Murfreesboro. Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Quebec Hotel. Anybody else south?
Kilo November Delta November.
Hey, David, how are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Paul. Doing very well. Congratulations. That's unbelievable. I do remember very well the average in the 12 check-ins a week. Over.
Yeah, it was like a long time ago.
Well, I know it seems like a long time ago to you. It doesn't to me so much.
Funny how things progress. I mean, there's a lot of things that start and they don't. They just don't. You have to have faith. It's like that silly story coming out of that Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Felt that Simplex would work. I did it in Florida with some success. I said these guys in our club, and then I said, well, I also did it when I lived up in New York, but it was just a regular. It wasn't a regular Simplex. That just a lot of guys got on Simplex to the evening. So it was always fun, just because it gives a place to share stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I tell you, you've done with this net, Mr. Paul, and looking forward to the 900. How about
that? Yeah. Anyway, anything else for the net, Dave? Appreciate your comments.
No, sir, nothing else. But thanks for what you do, Mr. Paul. KI4NDN.
Very good. That's David in Reedyville, Kilo India 4 November Delta November with a good signal. Who else is south?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how are you doing, Tom?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Been busy with puppies. We got a couple of little Pomeranians here that one of Kathy's friends is. They're out of town, out of the country, and they're cute as they can be. But boy, they got a lot of energy. So we've been having fun with them. Nothing much else. Had a little radio time today, and that's about it. Just wanted to the whole group, Jim over in Woodbury and my neighbor Larry, and wanted to number 800 and thank you for your service. How about that?
Oh yeah, very good. When people say that, like I wear veterans hats, and people will say, "Hey, thanks for your service." And sometimes I answer them, I say, "I appreciate it." I said, "But I had such a good." It was. I had a ball, and I got to see lots of things, and it's almost like it's not that I don't need the thanks, because I really don't. I guess I appreciate people saying it because they understand the implications of giving up 4 years of your life.
Yeah, and I really believe that all of our service members and armed forces don't get near appreciation and thanks for what they have sacrificed and what they've been through, and I do appreciate every time when we're ever out in a restaurant or something and we see servicemen, we always kind of their meal and stuff like that, just to let them know that there are people out there that care about them and appreciate them. And I think that's important.
Yeah, we used to joke about that, actually, not about what you do, but when we were overseas, we'd be in the Middle East somewhere, or in the Pacific, or anywhere. We did lots of places. We see oftentimes it would come up, and you go, the only two people dang where we are, and that's our parents and the Navy Department.
You are property of the government for sure for 4 years or however long. That's awesome, and we love everyone. And yeah, they don't get nearly the appreciation that they deserve, but they do from me. So anyway, that's all I thought I better check in before I read about myself in the MJSS obituaries. Here I be down the line right here on this frequency. So thanks for picking me up.
Very good. That was Tom. November 4 tank. Yeah, Kilo November 4 Tango Mike. Kilo November? It's a Kilo Mike. It's Kilo November.
Yeah, it's Kilo Mike. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike.
No, the reason I said that, I wrote it down as a November. I said, it's wrong. And I thought, nah, I can't be that goofy. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike. And he's in Rockville. Who else? And that's Tom. Who else? And a great city. We had a great tower down there. Great. I think you were about 40 something over there tonight. So you were doing great.
Well, thank you, Paul. YouTube, and it looked like I'm pushing the meter a little further than I normally do. Did you change your receiver settings?
No. What I took down my antenna mast and replaced the mast. It's no height. It's about the same height as it was before. That whipping around that thing's been doing since for the last 2 years in heavy winds and stuff. I actually found the largest connector wasn't fully tight anymore.
Well, I'll be darned. You seem to have very near the same system, and it seemed to be about the same. Were you noticing your SWR creeping up, or how did you know you?
No, I didn't think I had a problem on the 2 meter side, the 2 meters on the X700 side. What I did is I replaced the 6 meter mast. And so when I took it down, of course, I had to lay the whole thing down. And I just thought I'd double check, which makes sense. Just double check the fit. Loose. I was able to get a full turn on one of those.
Well, glad you caught that. That might have proved.
Well, it's, the old story, trust but verify, right?
That's right. It's not going to be that easy for man. The base of my X700 is at 80 feet, and it's 10 feet above the top of the I'd ever get up there without my boom lift.
Well, I'll tell you what, knowing what I do know from my past experience in mechanical things, is that now as I look back on that tower, at any of these antennas I've had that have the screw connectors on it, that have 3 or 4 pieces. When you put those together, yes, you need to make them nice and snug connections. And you don't need to waterproof those, from the diamond, but it should put some of the Loctite down there, the kind that can be reused. You can bust it loose again, but it would prevent.
Yep, and there's a very good chance that mine might be loose. I might have one or more loose connections. Next time I get my boom lift, I'll check that out, because I've seen this thing like a fishing pole with a whale on the end of it in these high winds. There's a very good chance some of mine are loose. Mine.
Yeah, no, it's just a nice thought. I mean, it's very true. You don't. And I did a lot of maintenance and repair things. I mean, all kinds of mechanical. Most of it was in HVAC stuff, but commercial, industrial HVAC. But some of the things I learned, those little things you can do to prevent future failures can make a huge difference. Anyway, that was Tom, Kilo November 4, Kilo Mike 4, Tango Mike, and he's in Rockville. Who else is Sal? All right, over to the east, please.
James and Mount Juliet.
Hey, James. You were almost there from the beginning. You know that, other than that.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah, I think you came in somewhere in that first year. I don't remember, because we started in, and it was within a few months, I think.
That's when I first moved here, I guess.
Oh wow! I guess I didn't realize you. And you.
Because I've been in this house all this time.
Oh, cool. Yep. No, I'm glad. And it's really a pity you can't get that in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm on the roof and run the cable up there somehow.
Well, does the homeowners?
If they can't see it.
Okay, that's true. Very true. Yeah, that's which.
It's a Cushcraft that I've modified slightly.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I just didn't remember it was a Cushcraft. Yeah, it's up on the back of the house where it's not easily seen from the street. It's not too hard to do.
I need to put it up the attic because I forgot outside.
Oh yeah, I know. Lightning. Yeah, well, worst it can do is burn up the antenna, the end of the radio. Other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, I just don't want to burn up the radio. I just don't want to burn up my house or something.
Yeah, I know. Man, I had so much experience with lightning in Florida. I don't even care to think about it. I lost some equipment, not any ham equipment though. No, I wouldn't want to risk. I don't want to risk it either. But it's almost impossible to avoid because you don't have to have an antenna. You can. I've seen lightning hit the corner of a house. I've seen it hit, little bushes when a tree's right next to it. It's just a dumb.
I might just get me a ladder and put it on the roof somehow, wrap around the little chimney up there.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to do it. I mean, you're no spring chicken like me.
Well, I got a young son over.
Okay, very good. I was just going to say this. I'm not sure I want to jump up on the roof anymore.
Well, yeah, if I fell off, it would have kind of hurt.
Yeah, kind of hurts. A very a light way of saying that. Well, anyway, we're good to have you in there, James. Anything else for the net?
Thank you. Anything? Just staying out of the. I didn't have any rain weather today. Did you?
No, I didn't. A little bit early on, but nothing for the rest of the day.
I saw the gray skies, but I didn't have any rain.
No, I'm glad we didn't more. Anyway, good to have you in there, James, and appreciate your loyalty to the net. Whiskey Alpha for Zulu Hotel India here in my east.
Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Good evening, Paul.
See, now there's the early J-pole success story.
I have gone from a J-pole at one height to a J-pole at another height to a whole different ball, just everything in between. And I'm tickled pink for what I've got up there now. And I attribute this net and you me to death about that J-pole is part of my incentive to increase my stability at my station. Doing what you've done over the last 8 years and 800 nets, because it appreciate it and I enjoy everything about it.
Yeah, well, it's funny, and it's true. I was one of them. You were too. It's amazing how hams early on in their simplex life, I use that, even in if you're talking on a repeater, somebody says, "What do you got for an?" And your answer is almost everything. Nobody says, "Well, I have a quarter wave, ground plane in the attic," or they go, "Well, I got a ground plane, outside." But when you have a copper pipe J-pole that you built, it's like you built the Titanic, man. J-pole, super J-pole in the attic, and it's really, and then you realize it sucks.
Yeah, you got. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but the first few nets you did, you had something in your attic trying to operate on it.
J-pole, man, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh my word! Well, and you spoke from experience. You had a lot of. It took a lot of faith in that J-pole to start a net like you did, and they would wind up being this big.
Goals were very minor. I mean, they weren't really big goals. I wasn't trying to make a net that I could talk to people in Kentucky or, to just meet people in my area of Mount Juliet. Really, that's all I intended to do originally. And that's why I figured a J-pole would went on. The J-pole didn't do any tricks, man. It sucked.
I understand. And the other thing I mentioned to you before, I think, you drive down the road and you see an antenna up behind the house, or one end of the house or the other, and you know there's got to be somebody that talks on radio. And what part of this has happened is the fact that you brought a bunch of those folks out of the woodwork, and so now they can't hide again.
No, again, it also gives people a place to talk, where there's a congregation. Really, and I don't mean to keep harping on that, but there's very few repeaters that have a lot of traffic where there's a lot of people who jump in to talk, and there's very few you do so with just some close friends where there's on a simplex operation. But I think that this frequency gives a nice place where you can often hear or listening, and you can pick up a conversation almost any time.
Oh, sure. And speaking of dead repeaters, I could probably sit here before right off the top of my head, and that's a shame. They're all over the place, but nobody ever utilizes them about this thing. Net.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I think that I would say that the repeater councils all across the country ought to be required, and you don't have to do anything, but they ought to be required to publish their uptime, their transmit time. And I'm afraid they wouldn't do it. Some of them have, they're up a couple of minutes a day, and they're forgetting the ID. They're not up very much. And some of them, there's on their big nets, like on the short mountain repeater, that kind of stuff. And there's some others, but 80% of the repeater activity is the same thing as work at an institution. It's 80% of the work is done by 20. 80% of the work is done by 20% of the repeaters.
Amen. All right. Thank you for what you do, and I'll let you get back at it. The next round of check in. Appreciate it. 7-3 to everybody on the net, and continue on. Thank you for what you do again. Thank you for your service to the United States Navy, sir. I definitely appreciate that as well. Take care. God bless. Stay I4S.
You'd have to ask the guys in the Navy if they appreciated me. The Navy says, "Man, I'm glad he didn't re-enlist." Anyway, that's Richard K. and his bride, KI4SOR Stethman. And they're just a little bit west of downtown Lebanon. Who else is east?
Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha, Philip in Lebanon.
Hey, how'd you make out today in the doctor thingy?
Yeah, I had the surgery yesterday and had to go first thing this morning. No, it went pretty good. Not much pain, got a little, but that's to be expected. But went straight from there over to Macon County and spent all day over there at their town today.
Oh, they had a field day, did they? That's cool.
Yeah, I had a pre-field day. I kind of practiced that out, getting ready for the real field day.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad people do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, jokes a while ago. I've got a little corny one for you. Did you hear the rumor about the butter?
Probably not. No, I have not. Yeah, I should have known better because I heard about the margarine rumors for a long time ago.
Well, Paul, congratulations on the 800th, and thank you for helping me avoid the J-pole. Didn't have to go there. And intestinal fortitude remain with you.
Yeah, or the guts, as we say in the vernacular. Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. Yeah, I'm glad you made out all right with the doctor thingy. Who else? Anybody else east?
Okay.
Man, you're killing the signal today, Stan.
Well, that's great, Paul.
Normally, it's funny. I looked on the started in that, and it's got some outrageous conditions right here in Middle Tennessee. So I'm sure that's part of it.
Yeah, it could be. APR. That's what you're talking about.
Have you not seen that? An APRS map is propagation map. Just put in APRS dot. If you got a pencil handy, MENNO. That's my Oscar link, all one word, .org. APRS.menno link, MENNOLINK.org. VHF propagation map based upon APRS feeds, and it shows how you can get a decent prediction of how conditions are. Gary. Say again? Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually it's quite interesting. I look at it periodically when there are VHF contests and see what's good from us. And it worked out better when I had my beam up. I don't have that beam up anymore. But like right now, when you're looking at where we are in Middle Tennessee, when you get to that thing, see where it went here. Yeah, shows some excellent conditions right here in Middle Tennessee, going in several directions. How they color up the map. You'll see it when you go there. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Okay, I'll check them out. Did you when you have a beam antenna in your attic?
Yeah, that was my second antenna. First I had the J pole, and I said, well, I had a antenna outside. My wife didn't think it was a good idea. I knew that she didn't like that idea, and so I put the beam in the attic, and then doing that network, it worked out better, not as good. And so I finally said, screw that. I'm putting up an antenna. Went up and put it on the chimney, and didn't tell. I don't remember if I told my wife I did it or not. I put up the antenna, and that changed the world. Getting a decent antenna out of 25 feet off the ground.
Like at one time, but anyway, the one hold you up all antenna. Okay, I'm 483.
Yeah, very good. That's Stan. He's in Lebanon. That's 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Yeah, and I use that 5-element at the moment. I use that 5-element beam, 2-meter beam connected. That's now my over-the-air antenna, and it works great for an over-the-air antenna, and it's because it's on a rotor. The TV stations, and it works really great. It'd be work better if it was outside, but I use that beam for my antenna for the TV. Anyway, who else is east? Nobody else anywhere. Some sandbaggers, lollygaggers, and lurkers.
I'm taking anywhere. Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Golf.
Hey, John, how are you doing? I was wondering, I hadn't heard from you in a little bit. I wonder how you're doing.
Yeah, it gets a little busy during the summer. Kids get off traveling and stuff. But no, I'm doing well. Thanks, Paul.
Oh, I understand. In fact, I noticed as the summer long, there was a little less traffic on this frequency during the day. Just in general, there was less traffic.
I haven't heard much on listening to 10-meter, trying to catch some guys here and there on 10 meters lately.
Oh yeah, no, it's no big thing. I mean, you don't have to be anywhere in ham radio. It's all volunteer. So wherever you go, it's good. Or if you don't go, it's good. I've been spending a little bit more time. Spend as much time on it when the conditions on HF are better.
I hear you. Actually, I'm just glad I'm getting out. The last storm, I thought I saw a little light come from the antenna when I have lightning storms. So I'm glad everything's still good on my rig.
Good. Hopefully, no problems. I know of a couple of hams in the last couple of years got hit by lightning and tore up some stuff. I keep on saying I'm going to buy the insurance, and I never seem to get around to doing it through the ARRL.
Yeah, I had an electric. I usually put it in the antenna during storms. I think it actually came out of that hole. I can't guarantee it, but that's what it looks like to me.
I hear idea how sensitive equipment can be to electricity. I actually, when I was living in New York State back in 2011, I walked 25 feet across the house and simply touched. In fact, it's the radio, because of the static electricity in the winter, because it's very cold and dry. I touched the radio with my index finger and blew one of the devices into the factory.
Yeah, electronics can be very sensitive for sure.
Anyway, so now we need everybody's got to walk and drag around ground dragging things on their shoes. Anyway, very good. Good to have you in there, John. Tango Golf X-ray here in South Mount Juliet. Anyone else? Any place anywhere? I stand by. What do we got? A celebrity guest?
Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo.
Stephanie?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, as I've heard many people say, if I was any better, they have to be, well, in my case, I'm pretty. Yeah, very good. Nice to hear you on the air again.
Comment.
Go ahead, Michael.
Stephanie, we need to hear you way more.
Okay,
You're right, Michael. You know what's funny is that guys will tend to like hanging around guys. It's not that guys don't like women. It's just that I'll use an analogy that's back to my Navy days. We would go, and I mean, there were periods, probably 2 months, maybe it was the longest. You didn't see anybody but guys on the ship. That was it. You were at sea. All you saw, all it was, guys. Now you didn't think about that too much, other than the first time you see a woman. I don't care if she was 18 or 89. Oh, isn't that nice? I mean, it's women are the delight of men's lives.
Absolutely.
It's just it's that element. I'm not even sure I can explain it from a sociological viewpoint. That relationship, even, well, just women, men's lives, because men are a bunch of bums. Does that sound philosophical?
Really does. Thank you for that.
They're the ones who make us human. Anyway, come now.
Keep you on your toes and never a dull moment. K-I-4-S-I-B, thank you, Paul.
Well, I'm telling you, it's true. At least for the current crop of, don't seem to get it, but men naturally long to have a bride, and vice versa. Women, and it makes us. I can't speak for the women's side, so there's not a woman, but women.
I firmly believe that.
Well, it just is. That's even a complicated statement. I can't even properly define. We're incomplete without a loving mate, and it's really that. To me, it's that simple and that complicated. Anyway, do we have anybody else in there? Please come down before I get philosophical here and start drinking beer or something. Is somebody trying to check in, or is that just noise?
That's Steve, KC9IM.
Oh, wow, his signal's terrible. Just Steve, I heard you, but I couldn't tell who it was. A little better, Steve. I can tell it's you. It's difficult to hear what you're saying. The map says we got good conditions, but they're obviously. Now, I am understanding all you say. It's just it's a little rough copy, but I can hear everything you're saying. How you doing up there?
A couple weeks ago, I was out County Point. Things are getting so good that I went to my favorite dealership, and they can't get them.
We live in some very, very weird times, and some of them seem intentional.
Right. I go, well, what are the odds of the thing better than we just get something? And he goes, well, just contact Germany. This is what happens when you make nothing here. You look into it.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, we live in some very strange. Our lesson yet. Well, let me run on here. We're 90 minutes into the net there. I appreciate you checking in, Steve. This is our 800th net, so and you were number 33. And is anybody else? Please come in now. over to the, what the heck do we do next? The 20, excuse me, the 144.240, 144.240. All righty, I'm going to be on 144.240 in just 30 seconds.
How many check-ins?
30, 33, I believe, 29, 33, 33 check-ins. Very good. All righty, this is K4PEW with the Sound Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 144.240 upper sideband. Please. If anybody from the north, please come down. Ah, very good. Got you in there, Mark. You sound good. That was Mark. Whiskey Kilo Bravo 0, November 0. Oscar. Can't get that straight. Who else is north? Anybody else north?
KM4 YRF, Mike in Bellshire.
Yeah, I guess I'm off frequency. Or you guys fun?
Yeah, you're a little off, or I'm off, or somebody's off.
Well, I know I'm off. Anyway, that was Michael Kilo Mike 4 Yankee in Bellshire. Who else is west?
KC4 ILB, Jack and Donaldson.
Oh, Jack, you sound very good.
Thank you. You do too.
Oh, very good. So we're the only two that aren't off.
I just tuned to your voice.
I know it. Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Yeah, you sound good. Did you?
Yeah, I'm tuned a little low to meet you.
Isn't that interesting? Well, I'm not worried about it. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to send it back to the factory for that.
I don't mind tuning to that frequency. Doesn't bother me.
No, I'm with you. That was Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is west or south?
Kilo November 4, Mike. Murfreesboro.
Hey, Terry, you sound terrific.
Well, thank you, man. You do too.
Very.
Hey, we're both off. We're both off together.
That's because we're both on 897s.
Hey, there you go. Twin.
Yeah, that's right. They talk to each other real well. They know right and which ones are wrong.
There you go. Everybody's sounding pretty good there to me, but anyway, on this side band, it's kind of sometimes gets a little squirrely. KM4 MBV.
Yeah, very good. That was Terry, Kilo November 4, Mike Papa Vic. Murfreesboro. Who else is south?
Hey, Paul, I'm back. KM4 Tim.
Very good. You sound good. Antenna do you use for? Well, you use the same antenna on 2 meters, don't you?
Yeah, I assume you're talking to me, Paul. Yeah, same. Now I've got a different antenna for 6 meters, but the same one for here. And I got you tuned in at 239.95.
Let's put it this way: if I change anything, it'll change. Everybody else have to change simultaneously. So I'd rather have people meet me.
All right. I hope you're hearing me okay. Anyway, KM4 Tim.
Very good. Hope to see you on 6 meters. That was Tom, Kilo Mike 4, Tango Mike in Rockville. Who else is south? South or east? Hey, Stan, you sound good. KM4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Stan, are you copying everybody okay?
So far, I've come to everybody.
Very good. That was Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec. Else south or east? Any place, anywhere? Okay, I think it wraps it up. Is anybody, last chance? Ah, no, very good. No, I just got Terry. I just got Whiskey Echo up in Gallatin. You sound good, Keith.
Thank you.
Yep, sounds great. Is this antenna on sideband?
That it is. I mean, like that. I've been using a handy talkie the last couple of years, so it's just FM.
Sounds great. Are you copying everybody?
It seems like I'm copying most people.
We're just trying to. Again, I know that when I put up a better antenna, I just love it because I can hear more people.
No doubt, and you can hear those, you can hear better.
Oh yeah, no, it just makes it a lot more fun than the radio. That's all. Anyway, that was Keith. Echo 4 Whiskey Echo. Anybody else? Any place anywhere? Second to last. All right, we're going over 6 meters. Mike, would you make an announcement on the what do you call it? The 4-1. All right, I'm going over to 140. I'm sorry, I'm going over to 50.135, and just give me 30 seconds to do that. K4. So 4 Papa Echo Whiskey to the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 6 meters. Looking for check-ins from the north. Please come now. Hey, very good, Danny. I got you in there solid. You sound good. How do I sound to you? Ah, very good, very good. Yeah, I just put up a new 6 meter antenna, an M squared HO loop hotel. Seems to function okay, but we'll find out tonight. I just put it up yesterday. Anyway, that was Danny in the Gallatin Kilo Delta 4 Gulf off. But I heard somebody else in there from north. Ah, very good. How you copy me there, Mark? Ah, very good. Glad to hear it. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north? Is there somebody stationed in there I can't hear? Okay, looking for somebody from the west then. West, please come in.
KM4YRF, Mikey Belshire and Paul. It's a booming in here.
You think it's better? Well, it's hard to say with the conditions, but you think it's that much better than before?
Oh yeah, you're almost 20 over.
Wow, you're gonna want to buy one of these M squared, man. They're awesome.
I'm thinking of it, really.
Yeah, but the darn thing.
Well, you know how hams are. We're gonna do what we gotta do.
Hey, by the way, by me tell my wife, okay?
Oh no, I won't.
All right, very good. Just want to make sure. But I bought her a nice birthday gift this year, so she'll have none. Believe me, I just dropped a lot of money, more than $200 on her this Christmas. I mean, this birthday. I don't know. I'm just a glutton for. Anyway, who else? There was Mike, Kilo Mike for Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Belshire. Who else is that's north? Just 2 miles north of downtown Nashville, north or west? Anybody north or west? Please come in. Hey, hold on 1 second, please. K4 PW.
Yeah, his signal dropped.
Yeah, I just it's funny that I just noticed the SWR changed dramatically in America. So I don't know what the scoop is there. Just did it again. So, but anyway, who else is south, west or south?
Oh, you dropped again, and then you came back up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what happened. If I stay on long, it goes high. I don't know why. Anyway, who else south, west or south? All right, I got you in there, Jack. KG4ILV and Donaldson. Good signal. Who else is west? All right, we Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Sounds good. Who else is west or south? You're copying everybody tonight on your antenna there, Tom?
I am for the most part. Some are louder than others. And most everybody here from Rockville, KM410.
Yeah, very good. That was Tom, KM4TM in Rockville. Who else is south?
Hey, Paul, you got MPV trying to check in from Murfreesboro.
Okay, very good. Terry, go ahead again.
Okay, Paul, was that Terry, MPV, try to get.
Right on.
Yeah, okay, Terry, good. This is Tom out here in Rockville. I'm hearing you just fine, but Paul, you and Paul are having. Paul, that's KM4MPV at Murfreesboro checking in. Anyway, KM410, back to you.
Yeah, very good. KM4MPV in Murfreesboro checking in on a relay. Anybody else any place anywhere? Hey, Stan, good to hear you in there. Are you copying everybody okay?
Pretty good.
Very Hotel Quebec Echo in Lebanon. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? In the background there? Well, very good. We had, hold on. We had 9 check-ins on 6 meters, so we're going to close out the net. Appreciate everybody being there and appreciate all, but it's made up of me and lots of other people, so it's everybody. K4PEW, closing the net.
Near antenna, is that horizontal or vertical?
Horizontal.
All right, good deal. KM410, let's